What is going on, everybody? Ooh, do we have our mic on? Was this coming through? Mic, one check, one check, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm live right now, but we'll see. Either way, what's happening, everybody? So we got a little bit of a setup going on right now. So I'm watching the 1 minute on Spy. Today is October 26th. Please excuse all the noise in the background. They're doing the lawn care services. Either way, so today's gonna be a weird day, right? I'm not entirely sure which direction we're gonna go in. I can see a lot of horizontal movement happening right now, but I've already set my levels for today, so let's take a look at it real quick. Um, so from yesterday, we had a huge drop off. This is my 15-minute ticker here. So 5, 15 hour, day, week, month, right? I normally only trade off of the 1 minute, so just as a heads up. But yesterday we had a huge drop off, right? So you can see off the daily, we had last couple of days we came up. Yesterday we had a huge drop off, right? So yeah, that sign is usually a continuation. There's a downside. If we look on a weekly side of things too, we can see that we're falling, right? And we got to cross the EMAs at the moment. So I'm watching right now to see, okay, where do we end up going? It looks like we're bouncing off of this line. So yeah, I set my yesterday line. So the high of yesterday, the low of yesterday, and then also pre-market high. Why did that move? Pre-market high and then pre-market low. Okay. So just so that way I have full visibility. So right now, right, we're still within the first. What time is it? It is 9:43. We're still within the first 30 minutes, and typically speaking, within the first 30 minutes of any trading day is going to be some BS. By the way, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. This is just a recap for what I am doing, right? Right now, we're still building habit. We're trading with really, really small amounts of cash, like super small. Like it's only $176 here. All right. So right now, we're just building habit until we fund our account, right? Our goal for the day is 30%. That is our goal every single day. As long as we hit 30%, we're good. I can close. I'm fine. I'm content. I don't mind leaving money on the table, but as long as we hit 30%, I'm good. So this morning, all right, so we see a couple movements. So we have a little bit of horizontal, and this is what I think might end up happening today. We get some horizontal movement. We've already started down, which is fine, but we have two competing levels here. So if we break up above 417, we can possibly get to 418 on a call, right? Right now, as you can see, we're testing that line right now, that boundary at 417. But we also have some support here from our EMAs. So, and that is showing across the board as well. So if we look at our 15, we have support on the 15. We have support on the 1 hour on the EMA as well, but there is a boundary here as well. So it could bounce off of that and then come right back down. But time frame continuity is suggesting that we are on a downturn, right? So I'm not expecting a lot of high movement, just a small amount. Um, I can really see this thing turning over after we hit this EMA though too. So I'm not really holding my breath. Again, this could be a day of a lot of horizontal movement. So right now we're just being patient, watching this time frame and kind of understanding what's going on, right? So I trade off of the 1 minute. Here's what I'm observing, right? So right now, as we can see, I have the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA. Right now, they are overlapping each other. So again, a lot of horizontal movement, but something that's also interesting too is that it's in line with the VWAP right now too. So that also gives me a little bit of concern that we might have some more horizontal movement. And but we could also have a breakout here in a second too. So let's be patient and watch this. One thing I'm noticing is that we are starting to consolidate a lot more, right? So we're consolidating off of the EMAs, but we're also consolidating on our candles. So we're just going up and going down. Right now, I have a 416 put kind of like ready to go. Whether or not it gets exercised, I doubt it very seriously, but it's in the queue, right? So we'll see if it actually breaks out that way. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of upward pressure, right? So if we look at our candlesticks, we're pointing up, pointing up. Right even here, there was an attempt to kind of come back down and reverse. and we're still kind of in that possible reversal phase, but it's not completely in motion, right? And so I don't really trust this movement just yet. I don't really trust this movement just yet. And it really just might be scalping for the day, scalping between this high here and this low, right? So this here is a good movement, but I see we couldn't even get to this level here before, and we're still testing this line. So right now, let's see. Okay, so we're dipping below our VWAP and our EMAs, which are interesting. Does this turn over? I don't know, but here's something an area we've been stopping at. I don't know if we're going to keep this line here too, but we're just being patient. We're watching. We're observing. Um, oh yeah. So also a little bit of backstory. So I only trade 0 day contracts. I only trade 0 day contracts. Okay, we got a huge movement here, so that's usually a good sign of put action. So I'm still being patient and watching this a little bit. And if it gets to a point where it might be time to exercise, then I'll go ahead and exercise. Okay, but like I thought, now we're starting to pull up, but it could be diving back down. I don't know just yet. Yeah. Hit him with the lateral movement. Yeah, y'all seen that video. That giant's hilarious. Um, all right, so it's coming back down. So we got selling pressure. Oh yeah, 0 day contracts. So I only trade 0 day contracts, and the reason why I only trade 0 day contracts is because I don't like to sit in trades for a long period of time. And on 0 day contracts, the delta is extremely high. That's what I'm after. I'm after a high delta, right? So that way, my money moves very, very quickly without me having to sit and wait and look at a chart for a long period of time. I want to get in and get out as fast as possible. Um, all right, so if we break this level here, I might be interested in a put, but right now, as you can see, again, like we could be bouncing here, right? And if I really wanted to, could I scalp and get a call back to the upside? Sure. But I don't think it's going to pan out as well as I would hope. So this is an interesting sign. All right, so now we're starting to dip below a little bit. But we're still holding on to this level, right? So we're testing the 5 minute EMA right now. And also the 15. Like there's support on both sides. So really what it comes down to, and like unless we get below 415, I'm probably not going to get into a call here. So 415 is a level that I'm looking at right now. So I'm going to add in just a little line, a little horizontal array to see, do we actually get below this level, right? That's been our testing line. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock that in place just so that way I don't accidentally move it. Yeah, so see here, like we're testing against that EMA at the moment. Now, if we get below here, we test, so we're testing this. It's the second test we're going through, right? If we test below this and we push underneath, I'm in, okay? So I would be in for, yeah, sorry I missed my window for this put here. There's enough volume here where I can get 2 of these. The delta is high enough where I'm okay and content with moving here. So I would get 2 contracts listed at $89. Um, this would fit within my budget. So just for visual sake, no, not Calcinus. Oh, yeah, so we're just gonna test right now. It's gonna come back, calculator. So the current valuation is 87 times 2, 174. So right on the money, right? So we're testing it here, and now the question is, does it go up or does it come back down? It looks like it's reversing. It's going to come through. So I'm going to place my order up, and I missed my window. So instead, I'm going to get this contract. Just get one of them. I'm going to place my order. Oh, hold on. Wait, can I? Am I going to be able to sneak it? Can you come back up? Come back up for me. Do it for daddy. Do it for daddy. All right. Yeah, there it goes. Bye. All right, so cool. I got those two contracts at $87 each, or yeah, $87 each. Right now, installing out could possibly reverse on us right now, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna come back down. And if we do reverse, I'm good to hold through here. Now, that's not what I wanted to see. I would love to see this come back down because I want to see if we're just testing that EMA, which it looks like we are. We're coming back down. Let's see what we do on the next candle. And 3, 2, 1. Next candle. And we're coming back down. All right, so we're retesting this line here. We could get stalled out and it just shoots back up. That could very well happen, but I like this movement here. There's a lot of downward pressure, and again, we're holding against this line here. So now we're starting to dip down. Now we're getting into our percentage gain, right? So I see this movement here, right? My goal is to hit 30% on these two contracts, right? I don't care about the daily P&L. Those are the last numbers I care to look at. I care about this number here, percentage change. Right now, I'm aiming for 30% percentage change, right? And, right now we're teetering on that, 2, 1, 5, and is mostly just waiting on the movement right here. And as soon as this drops down, we're in there pretty much. So, all right, yeah, like right now, like we're off to the races at this point. So now just like let's sit back, watch, and then just be observant. Now, mind you, if I had bought this contract, so I bought a 414 put here, right? Mind you, the delta here or the rate of change per dollar is 33 cents. If I had bought a contract here, my rate of change would have been 43 cents or $43 per dollar movement, right? So I'm going to need a pretty decent movement in order to get to my level or expected level. So in this trade, so we're going to come back, I'm going to retest here. It could pop back through this level, so let's just be patient and wait this. But all right, so what could possibly happen is if I had purchased my put here, again a higher, faster rate of change, right? So my expected returns here, I'm going to have to mitigate this a little bit too. So I'm gonna have to be conscious. Okay, we might want to get out of this trade here in a second. Okay, it's holding this EMA. It's not holding the EMA. Let's see what happens at the 9. Here, I'm comfortable with this loss, right? I'm okay with this loss. If we get higher than this, then, I'm in some trouble. But right now, I'm okay with this. I'm comfortable. I'm relying on the chart to kind of tell me what's going on. So there's a lot of downward pressure. Like it does not want to go beyond this level, but right now it's still super early and it's consolidating here, which gives me a little bit of concern. I kind of want to see what's going on at a higher time frame just to kind of be aware. So this gives me a little bit of concern. This wick or this candlestick, just because of the shape of the hammer, like it was upward pressure up. Right now it's like, okay, are we going to sustain this level? Is this support line going to pop all of our levels back up? Is the EMA for the 15-minute going to sustain us and push us back upwards? I don't know, because there's a huge gap between here and here that we can definitely exercise, but right now it's holding. It's really holding this level, which gives me some concern that we're going to have a reversal here in a second. So again, patience game. Okay, we're coming back down. I'm not really getting too sold on it at the moment. We're being patient. Right now, our EMA is coming closer and closer to intersecting with the 15-minute EMA. So that brings me a little bit concerned. Like either we're going to push down and we're going to keep moving down or it's going to reverse. It's kind of one or the other, right? So let's just be patient at the moment and kind of just watch and observe. Okay, so we have a dip back down, and I'm right now. I really need a big movement down. I mean, steady movement is cool, but I need a little bit more confirmation here. We consolidated here, we came up, and now it's pushing down. Okay, and now it's going in direction. This is what I was looking for. So now we're on the move, right? So we have a lot of downside that we can cover. Really, the next level that I don't see being a boundary is 414. So honestly, we could ride this out. We can cash out. Once we get at our 30%. Right now, we're already at 15%, 16%, um, and so we could possibly like from a move from here to here give a 16% return, right? So really we can keep pushing this thing 20%. So if from here to here is 15%, then we're talking like a exponential move from 15 to possibly thing. I don't know, but again, so we're gonna have some cost consolidation here. Yeah, whenever we have a big move, it always gonna come back up. Now the question becomes, how much are we gonna move back up? Are we gonna move back up to our boundary line of our EMA, or are we actually gonna keep popping down all the way? And like right now, it's just gonna hit our 9 EMA for our 1 minute. Are we gonna hit our 15? Or are we gonna hit our 1? It's a great question. I don't know. We're about to find out. I need to figure out how to do chat on here because this will be dope. But again, like really, I'm looking for quick trades. Yeah, we're pushing down. Like so, 14%. Again, I care about percentage plays. Like the P&L is great, right? I can see what it is P&L, but I'm most concerned about is what is the percentage change of the valuation of our contract or of our trade, right? So we, already at 15% here. Yeah, and then another thing about me too is that I do tend to leverage my entire account. It worked for me. Like I can comfortably leverage my entire account because I only make one trade a day. I only make one trade a day. If it's the right trade, great. If it's the wrong trade, great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. My losses are minimal. Like I try to keep it around the 8% range. If I do take a loss, I will try my best not to take a big loss. That's where a lot of people get messed up. It's holding on to losers and revenge trading. If I make a bad trade and it does not go the direction where I'm hoping, then I'm out. I get out quickly. But I also hit my numbers. So I'm consistently hitting 30% on a trade. So right now you're seeing it 24%, and we're still diving down, right? And so once I start getting close to where my trade expectancy level is, I normally do so Webull specifically does not have a trailing stop, which I'm sad about, but what I end up doing is putting in a stop, what is it? A stop loss take profit, right? Oh, so there we go. So we've already hit our 30% for the day. Now I can go ahead and put in my trailing stop. So current valuation is 114 on our contract. And so $87 was the average price of our contract, right? So times that by 1.3 will tell you the valuation we need to return. So 113, right? So as long as we hit 113 for the day, then we're good. So now I need to be paying attention here. So this could be a reversal. So just be patient, watch this. I missed my trail stop opportunity, but we're good for right now. Now, if I want to just close this right away, I could at 113. So right now I'm pretty okay with this at the moment. So place this order. So now, yeah, if it comes back to 113, I'm good. I close out at 30%. I'm all right. But now I have the average. Hold on. So sign, we could be reversing here, so it might close out at 30% in a second. Um, and I'm okay with that. So I'm perfectly fine with that. So my working, so yeah, 113 is the price in which this will close at if we do not make our next level. So yeah, we're going. So now our valuation is 128, and our current open PL is at 46%. So now what I do is I like to modify and just kind of create my own trailing stop, right? So I'll increase this. Place order. So now, like, it just changes my stop loss limit. So that way I can just make sure to take my profits. And I'm out. All right. So at that point on that order, I close out at 118. I'm pretty sure this is still going to drop. This is still going to drop. But as you see, I'm up to 236 for today, or for my total account balance. We started at 174. Now I'm up to 236, right? So on that one specific trade, we had filled. So let's review. So we closed out at 118. I originally bought at 87, right? So to see what our actual, so this is why I set my trailing stop, is because of reversals, right? Is it going to completely reverse? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's going to keep coming down into 414. But for me, I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine with what I made. And this kind of keeps me regulated a little bit. So here, 87 to 118. So let's divide that. So 118 divided by 87. So 35%. 35% for the day. That's that's good to me, right? Now, if I get into a position where, like, I feel comfortable, like, say we hit that 46, right? We hit that 46%, and I can see it. I'm cool with it. I can close out at that 46%. Then I'll do so, right? But again, I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet where I can see it. I know exactly where it's going to stop at, and I'm cool and comfortable with closing out that. I've had some bigger days. I've had some smaller days. Like, I've had a 68% day. I've had 18% day. So whatever you feel confident, but a green is a green. A win is a win. And today we had a good day. And at 10 o'clock a.m., I am done trading for the day. So you all have a fantastic day. Much success to you.